Hello there, Ray here, and joining me is Acheron, one of the ProtoTech members.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And today we'd like to show you the Ultimate Storage System version 2. With the Ultimate Storage System, the idea is to be able to sort and store as many items as possible into a system with very little player effort. And with the system here, we are able to sort out all different types of stackable items, as well as sort out shulker boxes of all items that are stored that are the same type. Both these systems come together and we're able to store the items in shulker box form down below in these chests, as well allowing the shulker boxes to be placed on display where you can pull out individual items. With this version here, we took our older version and Acheron compacted down quite a bit. As you can see, the size is noticeably smaller. We also have most of the same abilities as the last one, just minus a couple different things. But as you can see, we try to minimize the amount of hoppers as well as tile entities in this design. This allows you to be able to build it and also minimize the amount of lag that comes from tile entities. The way that this version of the Ultimate Storage System works is that we have two inputs, one for item sorting and one for shulker box sorting. I'll follow down the item sorting right now. And here we have some hoppers taking the items across, and we have some item filters in here. This is our item sorter right here. This will sort out items. And the items will come down through these hoppers here, and we try to minimize the number of hoppers by coming in and placing in droppers whenever possible. Then it comes into this very small shulker box loader that Acheron built up here. It's very small and compact, and also minimizes on the number of hoppers as well as other tile entities that are needed to use it. Items come down through here and they put into the shulker boxes. The shulker boxes come in from here, so all your empty shulker boxes can be either put in through a hopper line, or you can use like a hopper cart like we did here, come in and fill them in. It does take quite a bit of hoppers to be able to go all the way up to here to prevent any more from coming in, but you can always change that if you want to. Now with this system, yeah, once the items come down and are placed into the shulker box, once it fills up, the system will automatically be able to detect that, and it will break off this guy, and he will land into this hopper and be placed into the storage. These chests here are all for shulker boxes that are stored with a certain type of item, and this allows you to store a large amount of items in a small amount of area. The number of chests that you have in this area can vary. If you want to have less chests being here, you can always shorten this up and have less chests here. Now we also have the opportunity, we also made this extra system here. I built this one here, and this is a really small system that I'm really proud of, which allows you to put these shulker boxes on display. So the shulker boxes are taken out of this storage here, and they are come around and placed up in here, and from here the player can access them and pull out the item. So if you want like a shulker box full of the item, you can pull it from here. If you just want a couple of the actual stacks of items, you can pull it from here. It's really small and compressed. As you can see, it's pretty cool the way that works. The way that works is that the items come down through here and they are placed into this dropper here. Then eventually, when all the items are taken out of this one, it will automatically remove the old shulker box and break it off and place it over into this hopper line, which will take it down where it could be recycled in. And then the system will automatically come in and update this observer here. The way that happens is this compare comes around, updates this fence gate, comes down through this observer, comes to this piston, and it pulses it over, which will update this the dropper as well as this dispenser here, and this will place out a new shulker box. Works really slick, and this way you don't have to use any hands-on stuff by the player and automatically fill the system or automatically refill the shulker box there for the player. Really cool. I really like it. And if you want to be able to reach the shulker boxes down below, so let's say there's only a few shulker boxes in the system and they're in here and they're not in this chest here, you can easily come in here and remove the shulker box, and then you can click into the dispenser and pull out as many shulker boxes as you want. That's really handy as well. We also have a priming system. So this system is in case all the shulker boxes are used up in the system. This system here will prime the system if there is nothing there. So what it does is it pretty much comes in here, and when a shulker box is, like the very first shulker box comes by, passes this hopper, it will come over here and update this piston, which will come over here and power these repeaters here. This will allow it so when this piston here, if there's no more shock boxes, the observer will be in this state and it'll be able to read these repeaters changing their state. This will just update the system and get it started, which is really nice. So up here at the top is the shulker box sorter, which is very similar to the one I showed in the first system, where it will place down a shulker box and then break it off. Acheron went ahead and condensed the wiring down quite a bit, so it's nice and small. And with the system, it will be able to sort the shulker boxes by sending the item over to the item side, and where it'll go through the item filters, and it will correlate with the shulker box with precise timing, as the shulker box will be sent down this item line over here. And with that, we are able to sort the shulker boxes in the same location as we sort the items. We have a extra system which allows us to use the same item line for not only sorting out the items themselves, but as well as the shulker boxes. This is pretty simple. We just have an extra comparator in here which will detect if there's any shulker boxes in the system, and if there is, it will come down here and lock the item input. This is where if you would have any items that are just in your inventory, you place them in here, and then when the shulker boxes are done being sorted, then the system will release this piston, and after a short delay, it will remove power from this hopper, which will allow these items to be sorted afterwards. This system, it gives priority to the shulker boxes over the items. And this is a good thing because typically your shulker boxes will contain more items, and therefore they're like more important than the items themselves. So you see once the shulker boxes are done sorting, then the system will come back and sort out any items that are left in this chest here. So when the shulker boxes get sorted off, they will go down their line and get correlated with the items on the opposite side. There's just some hoppers here, we'll take them downward, and they go into some droppers just to minimize the number of hoppers in the system. We also have some redstone blocks here, just powering these droppers. That way they're not changing states from being powered to unpowered. This also minimizes lag. The items will come eventually go this way, down this way, and they all end up in the same spot as the shulker boxes here. So both of them will end up in this chest, and in all these chests, they all end up in the shulker box form. And once they come down here, it's exactly the same as the other items. We also have some nifty indicator lights here, which are really helpful. And with these things, it shows you when the system is completely full. So if you ever have a system that is full, it will eventually have the shulker boxes end up in this hopper here. This will turn on these lamps here, so you can easily see that the dirt here is full, and this indicator light will show you that. Now the system really can't break even when it's full. Nothing really happens when the system is full. You just fill up all the way up to this hopper line, which will just send them to the very end where you just want to have like a trash chest where you can check out anything that doesn't make it through the system. So just like the previous ultimate storage system, you're able to store all the items you want in two sides. So you can make this like 250 meters or so, and this would give you approximately 500 different items that you could sort. That's pretty much all the items that there is currently in the game that are stackable. So the way that we do this is that, like I said, the hopper lines are synced up. So the shulker box is on this side, the items are on that side. So when you want to come around and do the other side, instead of building another one of these contraptions to synchronize the timings, you can synchronize the timings just by keeping the same amount of hoppers for each side. So once these two hopper lines, or once these two items that are coming across through here get to this point, we make them both go through exactly, I think for example here we have like 26 hoppers. So the shulker boxes and the inside goes through 26 hoppers. The item on the outside goes through 26 hoppers. This allows it so when they come out to this point here, they are synchronized from prior, and they keep their synchronization as they go through this second system. This way you can easily sort all your items just by using these two rows.
Okie dokie. I marked out some spots where potential ice streams could go, as well as the middle one, which can't actually be one wide, so you'd have to make it a bit wider. So that does make it to where, in this case, for the sake of actual space, hoppers are actually better than ice streams.
So with this bottom row here, there is a trap chest which is powering these pistons here. So if you want to avoid opening that and causing this problem here to occur, you can come in here and take one of these hoppers and directly line it so that it goes straight from here downwards, so you don't have to worry about having a trapped chest affecting the pistons here. This way you can still have access to these, and you can have access to this one as well if you want to do that. The main difference between this ultimate storage system and the first one is that we removed most of the ability for the player to craft up items and place them back into the system. So you notice that we don't have any chest here, like in the prior version, where you could break the chest as a player, and the items would be placed on the ground, and then be placed into your inventory, and then you can craft them up in a crafting table, then place them into a shulker box system, which would send them back into the ultimate system to be sorted again. With here, we do not have any of that type of crafting set up. So if you wanted to craft stuff, you could just craft it from the shulker box, or what we're probably planning to do with such a system like this is that you would just come in here, pick up the shulker boxes that you want to have crafted, then go to a designated crafting area and craft those items up. I really like this ultimate storage system. It really is compact and quite a bit smaller than the previous one. And big thanks to Acheron for compacting it and trying to minimize the amount of tile entities as well as hoppers. Now, if you would like to build this up in your very own world, we will provide a world download down in the description. So there you have it, guys, the Ultimate Storage System version 2. So if you found this interesting, show us with a like. If you like to see other neat contraptions like this, subscribe, and don't forget to comment.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.